Hi guys, so welcome back to another episode of Carnival and Dem Ting Deh, powered by Reculture. Today we are like one of the big bosses on the line today. I will be talking to about carnival events, carnival and women and the future for carnival, of course. And Yuri,
Hi guys, yes, it's me, and we're back for another episode. This is our fourth episode, fourth,
yeah,
fifth, yes,
we doing
and
good.
yep, and this is where they're actually our first guest as well.
Yeah, I'm so
So
excited.
yes, we have woman powerhouses,
Oh yeah.
and remember, guys, to follow We Culture WIKULCHA on Instagram and on YouTube. And remember to keep posted. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, so keep up to date. And welcome, we have Renata and Darcel from Caesar's Army.
Hi.
Hey guys, so
Put
for the
yourselves and
people
your
that
roles in.
don't know, I was just gonna say for the people that don't know, tell us a little bit about your roles and who Caesar's Army
Yes.
is.
Okay, so I'm Darcel. I am the general manager at Caesar's Army. I've been here for like 5 years when we formalized as a brand and wanted to put more effort into producing events and our concepts and whatnot. And Renata Sankar is here with us as well. She is our production manager, mostly dedicated to our live events or any sort of production elements that we would conceptualize. She would lead the team that is responsible for that. So, of course, she is our magic engineer
Yeah.
that brings all these cool creations to life. So, thank you for having us, and we're excited to talk about, what next, in the
Oh, no
world
problem.
of events.
For the people who haven't even been to Caesar's Army, I'm sure for them, you guys know them as they sell out the packages really quickly. Everybody's begging to try to get
Oh,
in
Yes.
gosh.
and providing some of the best Juve experiences we've ever had throughout the Caribbean region. So we thank you guys for that,
Of
of
Yes.
course.
course.
But let's talk about the impact to the product overall for 2020.
In terms of the impact on for Carnival or what we've
And
been
for
doing.
Caesar's Army, the
Well,
carnival, everything.
the global
Oh, but
pandemic has
sorry, sorry to disturb. But could you also give us a bit of background of how Caesar's Army was doing before the pandemic for those that would have been wondering?
Sure. Caesar's Army has basically been in existence for about 15 years, both informally and formally, where we would have explored different territories. We would have entered different markets such as Jamaica, Barbados, Miami, New York, etc. St. Lucia. We've collaborated with different carnival-related brands because we were very strong on packaging Caribbean culture, not just Trinidadian, and taking it to the world. And I think people around the world experience us, and we're very pro having Caesar's Army as a global brand that lets people from as far as Japan want to come to the Caribbean and experience what we have to offer in carnival culture. So while we're mostly known for Juve type concepts, we really are strong in events such as Bacchanal Road, which has transformed,
Oh, yeah, that's
carnival
true.
events in itself, as well as like Mai Tai and Trinidad. We tend to have a very strong presence with Indie Dance, which is a beach juve. So we're pretty much known for, innovation and trying to engage in events in different ways and just giving people a different angle on how to have fun. We sell fun. That's what we worked on, and whether it's
Mhm.
in live events or not, like for us, it's just we sell fun. So
Yeah.
And
yeah,
how has
that's pretty
it been
much
pivoted
what
now
we do.
after?
Yeah. So now
Sorry, and how has
Renata
it?
can talk more on how this has, of course, impacted us
Well,
in
that's what
Yes.
I want to
real
hear. 'Cause
life.
I
Yeah.
know I was in Trinidad for Carnival this year for 2020. So everything still went to plan because Trinidad was one of the last
Yeah.
carnivals I was able to still have everything go off successfully without a hitch. But I do know that your event in St. Lucia was impacted. What you would have done for New York for Labor Day was impacted.
Yeah.
Cupover was impacted for you guys. So let's
Jamaica
talk about
Carnival
that.
as well.
Jamaica, yeah.
Yes.
So let's
Yeah.
talk about that. Um, like,
Nobody knew we were going to launch Jamaica. When we were about to launch A.M.Bush Jamaica was the first COVID case in Jamaica. And we
yeah.
were like, oh, hold on, wait, we need to figure out what's going on here. And I mean, thankfully for us, we didn't get too deep into the event coming to life on the ground. So, we were
Mm-hmm.
able to pull back and
Pull
wait
back.
and monitor. And then we said, okay, yeah, we can't move forward with this unless, the safety of masqueraders and patrons alike will in things.
It's gonna be fine, right? Did you like, were you one of the few that as a brand, you all had hope that maybe we would have picked up by October so that Mai Tai in Miami could happen? Or you're like, no, we just rolling over to next year?
Even for Jamaica Carnival was going initially to October, so that was the
Mhm.
first window in terms of hoping that something would happen and we would be able to actually have a live event.
Right.
Well, that's not the case.
No.
Things
I
just got
know.
worse in some places. Lockdown went to a serious level.
Yeah.
The deaths were increasing, so we really just had to step back and see what's happening across the world. This was not something that we were being affected locally or even regionally. It was a global impact. So for us,
Yeah.
it was interesting. And like you said, first of all on our calendar we had Jamaica, and we had to
Mhm.
push back that. Then would have been New York. We were actually planning to go to Toronto this year as well, and that had to push off the calendar. So yeah,
It's a
we had,
serious domino effect.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a serious
So
domino
October would
effect.
have been, if Jamaica did happen again, it would have been that, and then we would have also been in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, we have to say thankfully Trinidad and Tobago's carnival happened, but
Right.
that was it after for the year. And just like everybody else after the global pandemic, we faced the repercussions of it. The live industry didn't even just stall, it just came to a halt
A
completely.
complete halt. Yeah.
Now we just have to, look at what's happening globally to even make a decision about how we're going to move forward. And we know that the live event industry cannot happen immediately. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
we're watching to see what's happening in other parts of the world, in North America, in Europe, in Asia. Different parts of the industry is starting back up slowly and then going back to how it was because of the cases. In Trinidad and Tobago, we haven't been able to start anything. Our gathering limitation is at
It's
10.
very slim. I know. Well, Raleigh only just opened the beach and them last week, so I can't even
Yes,
expect exactly
yeah.
anything to happen. But regarding this sustainability then of Caribbean culture, because our culture is so heavily wrapped into togetherness and us like being close up and drinking, whether it's liming or Christmas coming, nobody can parang nothing, right? So
Yeah.
regarding this sustainability of our culture, how is Caesar's Army trying to, I guess, bridge the gap of what can happen virtually or to educate and what is currently happening in the climate?
Well, just like everybody else, we had to look at what our framework we have been using for the past 10 plus years and how we were able to do events successfully and what from that we could take to be able to pivot. And that's what we have done. We recognized that we were able to create experiences that were innovative, that were unique, that time and time again, we were able to build a community because of these experiences. And so we are now taking that framework and the success of our community building
Mm-hmm.
to create an agency called Creative that is going into experiential marketing and using that same framework and positioning it in the corporate sector to create experiences for brand building, community building, and brand awareness.
So, what is Caesar Creative? Because you just dropped that name. So, what's going on there?
Wow, I'm glad you asked. Basically, Caesar Creative is an experiential marketing agency that we would have developed over this time, As you all know, we've been going country to country, event after event, and this has been something that we've been exploring and looking to expand into for a while. Even a couple of years ago when we started doing events like UE Fest and that type of thing, it has always been something on our plate that we wanted to explore and do more of, etc. So the same ideas and the innovation that we use and apply to our own events and conceptualization and the brainstorming process. So how do we enhance the patron experience? That's something that we believe is unique to us, and that's how we differentiate ourselves. And that creative process is what we are now opening ourselves up to expand and offer to corporate TNT.
To other
Because
people.
now, and
Oh.
similarly to how events, you no longer have that live interaction, brands are also limited from a corporate level. How do you connect and engage with your consumers and your customers? And we saw that as a gap that many businesses,
So
you know,
y'all are, yeah.
yeah,
I was gonna
they,
say,
they
so
wouldn't
y'all are
know which
bridging
way.
that gap on a consultant type
Yeah, you know,
level. So
yeah.
how do you think corporate Caribbean events are going to move forward?
Well, it's not limited to just events. To us, it's basically any sort of experience, whether it's could be a brand engagement where somebody just does something that's viral and you know the whole country sees or hears about it. It doesn't have to necessarily be an event. It's creating some sort of concept that creates an impact. That's basically what we're looking towards to apply
Okay.
the same technology that or ideologies to corporate now. So right now
Are you
we're
guys doing that? If I have to think of like on an individual level, like you just mentioned somebody going viral. So say, let's say Jules go viral for something.
yeah.
Jules as an individual, would you manage him, or is it just only for people, for only corporations or big brands, I should say,
We can do it for either
for
once they're
people?
interested, you
Okay.
know. It's just no longer limited to us. It's anyone
Okay.
that's willing to invest and looking for some sort of impact or reach. That's really what we're trying to show that, you know, don't limit yourself to think that COVID, hey, oh gosh, that's the end, you know, I'll wait it out. You know, have to
Yeah.
change and transform your model to still remain connected with the intended users. So that's what we're trying to show, mostly corporate TNT for now, but as you mentioned, I mean, any individual brands, you know,
Yeah.
or smaller
You can
businesses
reach
that
out.
want that impact, they're more than welcome to reach out to us and yeah,
All right.
get
I
in
know
You're
in
touch.
you
terms
quiet over
of
there.
in terms of pivoting from, you know, as you've chosen this role of marketing experiential marketing, and we also have to look at events. How are they going to look in 2021? And we know that's different subsets. Promoters talk to promoters. We know y'all talk to each other, and we just want to know, you know, what with the creativity, because we know that innovation is your thing, and we think that, you know, as the leaders of innovation, what are your plans for 2021, even maybe 2022, because, you know, 2021 here already. So, you know, what do you think the event, Caesar's Army event, is going to look like?
Well, it's definitely in the immediate future not going to be face to face. And so, yes, the use of technology and using a virtual standpoint is what we're going to have to explore. Immediately, we can't speak to what we are going to be doing because we are working on it and getting it to market very quickly. So, but we are using technology and we do plan to transform the experience of our patron. And we do plan to give them something that is just as unique and just as innovative as what any Caesar's Army event has been known for.
I feel like holograms are gonna be there. Like it's gonna be a drive-through
Yes.
situation, and it's gonna have lights. The Caesar's Army is so like known for their lights. Look, you already go ahead.
Yeah.
You never know, you never know.
We're looking we're looking for, because you guys have really paved the way. I mean, not to toot the horns, not because it's you, but y'all have really paved the way for, you know, a
Why,
whole
thank you.
you know, carnival experience. I feel like everybody is here waiting for what season are we gonna come up with now that we
Yeah,
can't do.
yeah.
You know, even people have done the virtual parties, but seasons are we going to do a different type of virtual party? Or,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
even when they do lift the limits, what are social gatherings gonna look like? You know, season I'm gonna find a way to put everybody in a little box, you know.
Oh
If
yeah.
y'all use my ideas, if y'all use my ideas, that's all.
I was about to
Just
say I
let
was
me
on the
know.
creative team. I was on the creative team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm glad you said that because I mean, historically, we've always been known to be the ones to push the envelope and start with something very different. And in the first year, it's often the one that people are like, I
I
ain't so
don't
sure
really know.
about that.
Yeah,
Let me see.
yeah,
And then it turns out to be the thing that blows up and then changes the
yeah.
whole climate, you know. So I mean, we're sure that, you know, some people may be a little hesitant for what we're thinking and it will take some warming up to, but we definitely feel confident with what we're looking at and exploring. will change the event landscape, and it will encourage others to want to explore this type of thing and just be engaged in it, because you have to switch it up for what entertainment is going to be like. In 2011, when we had the SOE in Trinidad, nightclubs was the thing then, and then now when you were put on curfew and you had to get your butt home by a certain time, day parties became the thing.
It became a big thing, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like day parties wasn't really happening back then. Now it's like
no breakfast fest breakfast fest is kicked. Yeah,
all up in that. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So, I mean, we're not afraid of the change. Of course, everybody would have gone into a mild panic and what do we do? How do we think differently? But for us, that's our place of comfort and thriving. And, okay, you really have to put all of your oomph into it to think about what next. Don't just get your hopes up, because there is an opportunity out there. And especially with the use of technology, being apart is not a deterrent in our eyes. You can still interact and engage and find new ways. You just have to be open-minded, and around the world they're doing it. So why not for the Caribbean?
For you, yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And also on the marketing side, we know that going into the Caribbean with a marketing, especially company, it's a little tricky because, as Caribbean people, our mindset is a little different to sales and marketing. How have you been able to, other than from your experience, from your events, how have you been able to break that into other people's mindsets as it being difficult as it is already?
With regards to the current state, or you mean before?
The current state. Well, coming from before and currently.
Well, before, of course, marketing would have to be at its best in whatever unique way for us to be pushing our brand and our events in an innovative way as much as we can through the use of social media and whatnot. But in the new world, of course, all efforts are going to be made to use technology in a different means. Right now, because we're still in the research phase, a lot of that is still being developed. But for now, the creative angle has been us mostly reaching out to our previous partners, brands that would have worked with us in the past, where we kind of submitted proposals to them, met with them one-on-one, and gave them like a sneak peek to this is what we're doing. So because it's meant to be more B2B type of advertising, it will take a lot more one-on-one discussions, meetings, virtual meetings, to explain what it is that we want to do, what we can offer. And from there, once we officially launch creative to the public, then the wider demographic will be able to know, because not just people from Trinidad can access it. People from anywhere in the world that loves what Caesar's Army is capable of doing, they now know they can reach out to us and help their brands and whatnot to push. So that's what we're currently working on right now.
I feel like that's like scary starting over, but exciting at the same time, right? Because it's a fresh start, it's another opportunity to do something different. And you guys, as I don't even know, not even biased, but it's a household name at the same time. So anybody that has connection can understand your vision and possibly what can pan out for them. But on a happier, even I'm a happier note, or even celebratory note, I'm so happy to be talking to two women. I know entertainment can be a male-dominated industry, so let's talk about that a little bit. Have you found it to be more difficult navigating ideas or trying to convince counterparts to listen to you? How is that working?
Well, to be honest, Caesar's Army has been very female-driven for a while, and to us, it didn't really seem like it was with intention. But after we really took a look at it, we were like, "Hey, wait a minute!
You have a lot of women here.
All women on the team. Jules and Lacey were the only guys after a while, and they're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Y'all just came and take over this company for us."
Y'all probably didn't even notice that is not the norm because it's so normal for you.
Yeah, because that's just how we are, it's to us, it's not, we look at the roles as people and their skill sets and their capabilities and creativity first. So, we're very proud of that. We're very happy that, it's a strong women-based team. But, being female-driven and recognizing that, we really do value it. And we welcome that, Jules and Lacey are so open, and, it's never felt discouraging at times because we're women. And I mean, if other companies feel that and experience it, I mean,
I was gonna say,
that's
I wonder if
unfortunate.
other companies feel that. I'm sure y'all don't feel
Yeah,
that internally. It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like if you're like, okay, I'm meeting with X and X today. Let's say it's Caribbean. Renata walking room and he's like, hold on, what's going on? Like sometimes, because even for me, sometimes you walk in, they expect a male to speak for you too. Like it's not
yeah,
just, So I
yeah,
know we deal with that struggle also. But I'm really
yeah.
happy to be talking to
For
two
us,
women
we,
today.
we don't have those struggles, thankfully.
Okay,
For
I
for
love to
that
hear that.
matter, they often invite us to come and speak instead of them. They like,
Yeah,
you'll come and do
Wow.
this for us instead because yeah, we don't really want to,
I
and we,
love
we
to hear
really
that.
appreciate our confidence that they trust us. Especially Renata. Renata is very much experienced in her field, and we just have that trust as a team, and the confidence that they know what they're talking about. They have the skill. I
Hmm.
don't need to second
To
guess what they're
worry
gonna
or
say. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's
absolutely.
that's really good.
Um, is there like how are we making, I guess, space or mentoring the upcoming talent? Because like you guys, we're not gonna have you forever in terms of
Yeah.
possibly putting on events, or if you might retire, you might move, whatever might happen. So how are we garnering new talent or mentoring, I guess, or pulling up what's coming? Who in convent now or what? Like who? How are we reaching back?
Well, for us, it's the community.
Okay.
We do strongly believe in our community. I mean, I'm sure you would have seen us, even in our posts, we both said we're an army. And it's not
Yeah.
just a word for us, it really is a community of romance that, it's not just the people that work directly with us, it's our wider community. So just from having the role of committee members, let's say, while some people don't really understand the role of a committee member, for us,
Mm-hmm.
these are people that we believe are like-minded and they're handpicked to say, okay, I'll contribute ideas to this is what people look for in entertainment. They give that input and sometimes end up working and coming into the fold. I myself, I was once a committee
I
member,
was gonna say, let's
you
talk
know,
about that because
I was once a committee
let's
member,
talk about
and
that.
because of my love for the brand and my
Uh
willingness
huh.
to go the extra mile and that type of thing, it developed the trust for me to be like, hey, I need to bring this
I want
company
to do
full
this.
time, and Darcel, I want you to help me run so so
Gotcha.
so. So there's always room for us. Like once people show initiative and
Mm-hmm.
they see the interest and value, and they can really broaden their whole skill sets, there's always room for us. Even Renata. Renata worked with Jules in a professional capacity before. And just from
Mm.
that, as being a part of a team, he understood her and said, yes, for me to take my business further, I need
To the
her
next
on my
level, I
team.
need you. Yeah, I
Come,
love that because
come,
everybody think
come,
the committee member thing is just you get a
Yeah.
ticket, you don't
It's
get a
not
ticket,
just
or
tickets
like,
for us
and
at
it's not
all.
like that, right?
Yeah,
And I
at
do know,
all.
I'm not sure if everybody else is familiar, but I do know you guys participate a lot in like beach cleanups and a lot of things
Yep.
of giving back to the community. So I'm
Yeah.
now connecting that you're saying it's the committee members essentially
Yeah.
that are helping to do that. Okay,
It's like a
that's
lifestyle brand
amazing.
for us. Yeah.
I
We did
love that.
children's Christmas parties. We've done, I think for Hurricane Relief for Bahamas one year. We've done a lot. And as a community, we talk online and we go watch movies together. And
It's like
when
a
somebody,
family.
it really is like a family and in all
Yeah.
these little territories.
Okay.
Even yesterday in the New York committee group, one of the guys moved to Florida and they were like, hey, I hope you went and vote yesterday in Florida. They're like, yeah, of course. So like that's the kind of community that we
Yeah.
foster and we encourage, and that's really what it's about for us.
Okay, that's
Wow.
exciting. I
Yeah.
love that.
This is very inspirational, Globey. I want to be like Renata and Darcel when I grow up. I really
Yeah.
look forward to it, and it's very interesting to watch people maneuver, especially women, to maneuver spaces, as Globey said earlier, because we don't have enough representation, especially in other islands. So I can look at from Antigua. I can look at you guys and say, "Wow, so Renata and Darcel are doing this. I could do this in Antigua.
Yeah.
Somebody else can." Because what is the climate in another country is not necessarily the climate where we have to be eventually assertive about ourselves, because we may have all the knowledge, but there's always some man telling us, "Hey, you're not really
That's a
you're not
fact.
really supposed to be here."
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you really
Yeah.
have to assert yourself and say, "Hey, I am supposed to be here." So it's amazing to see.
To the point Renata is really the boss when it comes to events.
I could tell she's the bossy way she sit on there well, like I could tell.
When you see
I
that
could tell.
event coming up on time, she means it is on
I could
time.
tell
Don't
Renata
mess.
running.
Don't
She's
mess.
running a tight ship. So who
Oh yeah.
responsible? Renata, is you responsible for the little jump slide and all? When we finish at Juve now, and I come for the doubles and the layout.
All of it.
You're responsible
Everything.
for the slide and everything.
All right.
I love that. I
Everything the
love
cup
the
you get by the
incorporation.
door. The
I
cup you get by
love
the
the
door, the bands,
incorporation
everything
of the
from start to
fun.
finish, Renata.
That is amazing. I don't know if you guys were there when I went to New York and you guys had a glow. It was like a glow party, but it was on a boat.
Yeah, that was Light Up the Rogue. I don't think
Yes,
we were
I
there
think
for
that's when you were
that.
just launching Rogue at that
Yeah, we had
time.
just came out with Rogue. Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
spoken to another team member of yours about that. Yeah, so all of those concepts, we love seeing them put together, and I'm really excited about what's coming for the future. I know lots of people are disheartened about Carnival not happening, but I feel like don't be surprised if Caesar's Army just say it's like a fake scavenger hunt type thing. Go pick this up so you can enjoy Carnival while you're at home. But like we're really looking forward to what you guys are gonna put on for next year and for the
Yes.
future. And for Caesar Creative, now other people can extend that arm and work with you guys. And we're really looking forward to seeing that. The last thing I will ask, it doesn't seem like there's a date for when we're launching Caesar Creative. Is that something you can share now or we have to wait?
We have
And
to
we'll
wait
just
a
mention.
little. We have to
Okay.
wait a little because we're actually finalizing the concept behind the official launch in terms of what the
Okay.
video and that type of thing will look like. So we had some
Okay.
tweaks to it, but once it's ready, I'm sure we will send out communication and that type of thing because it's going to take a little while to film and edit. And you know, we got to
Yeah.
do it
For everything.
fancy. So,
Yes. We know.
so yeah, we're excited about that. So yeah,
All right.
so that should be soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, then thank you
Yeah.
guys so much for being a part of this and giving us your feedback. And it was so nice meeting you. I have never met
Yes.
the woman behind Caesars ever. I went to Mai Tai once. It was so much fun.
That's it. That's it.
That's Renata.
Thank you. Thank you. But thank you guys for being a part of this. I know, Globey, this is your people.
Yeah.
This is your faves.
So next time I know my time, I'm having a good time. I'll be like, yes, there's Renata. Where Renata is the boss.
I tied the A.M.Beach. A.M.Beach
Yeah.
is our favorite
Oh
too.
yes,
So yeah.
I did. I was at A.M.Beach this year
I
for
remember
real.
you and A.M.Beach having a
Yeah,
great time.
I've been coming to your event since 2014, so it's been 5 years
Yeah.
for me. So it's they're like just at so many different countries as well. Like so,
Yeah.
y'all
You
are
lose track.
amazing. Yeah, I lose track at this
Everywhere.
point.
You're
Don't ask
everywhere.
me where. Just know I was there.
Bermuda, everywhere.
Yeah, I've been there. Like I came, so it's amazing. I love it. So
Yeah.
we'll see what we get next
Thank
year,
you.
and I'm no problem, guys. Thanks for talking to us today.
Yes, of course. Thanks you for inviting us too. And having us and welcoming us. It
Of
was a
course.
great conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you guys.
Renata.
All right. Thank
Bye.
you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.